morning, everybody. I'm here on the early in the morning on April 9th to review for you here and talk about the Thor and the Warriors for issue 104 by Alex Zalben. And I was going to do this yesterday, as I had said in one of my previous videos, but as Alex might know too, being a new father, it can be all-consuming. And as I tell my wife, we're forever going to be in a rush, but always behind. And I'd rather have it, wouldn't have it any other way. To have the wonderful life I do with my wife and lovely son Logan. So, like I say, excuse me, it's early in the morning. Got up extra early so I can do this and get my lovely mug here that my wife bought me from marbleshop.com. Marble plug there. There you go. So also apologies for some of my previous videos which had an orange kind of tinge to them, and that was because my camera here doesn't do too well at night time, and so this is also why early in the morning. So Thor and the Warriors 4, an all ages book, and taking it for what it is, I did enjoy it. I don't typically read the Power Pack, and the only other Power Packs that I have gotten are Wolverine in the Power Pack and some of the stuff that tied into the Secret Invasion, the Skrull stuff. But taking it for what it is, I thought it was written well, and from his previous short story and Hulk Team Up, and I think Zalben's comedic personality, I think it definitely suits him to write a story like this. And so quickly the premise is, they're out to save their grandmother, and this nurse, where they find out that she's dying, and this nurse gives them this book of myths, and then they find out of how they might be able to save their grandmother, so they start this adventure, and then they meet the pet Avengers, and then they eventually a good reveal at the end of them coming into Asgard. So, and I just finished watching the review that Pete and Alex did for the comic book. Alex, you definitely like, or not Alex, Pete, you definitely like giving it to him a bit. You like all the action, and I agree with you too, Wolverine, Punisher, that kind of stuff. I like that, but probably in history, I think maybe the best books for you are probably the Nuff Said books years ago, where it was like absolutely zero dialogue. I thought the dialogue, it read fast, and there were jokes. I thought the jokes were funny, and I think those are going to keep going. And definitely first issue, just kind of set up, give the premise, give emotional tie-ins, and I think it is something that younger audiences can understand. And some jokes, I don't know, yes or no, but I mean the premise and the idea of the whole story, I think they'll be able to understand it. And I hope this adventure, kind of pans out to be, just as epic as my beard here. But going back, saying that one of the best Power Pack stories I read was, I think, the Wolverine and Power Pack story, where the Power Pack went back in time and they met James Howlett. I thought that was one of the coolest ever. So I hope this really works out. Them meeting Thor, and I expect a lot of funny stuff. The art, I'm not quite sure how to say this guy's name, but the art was really good. And at one time when I saw the, I don't want to give away too much in this book either, because you know what, I will support Alex, and I don't want to reveal too much, and I want everybody to buy this book. So, but the art, when I first looked at this one page where they're looking at the storybook, and it kind of reminded me of The Legend of Zelda, and it's not exactly Legend of Zelda, Wind Waker, art style, but that's what popped into my head a little bit. It slightly reminded me of that. Anything that reminds me of Legend of Zelda is good, because those are like my favorite video games. Okay. So I'd say definitely pick up. I think it was good. It was funny. It will be interesting to follow Zalbin's work, and I think that he would do good with characters that would be have comedic, stuff about them. But Thor, he probably's got some funny stuff. He did some funny stuff, or he was written funny with Hercules a while ago. So I think Zalbin would probably work good with Hercules, work good with Thor. I don't know, maybe you can work with Pete, get all the killing and action with Deadpool, and you write all the funny stuff with Deadpool. Maybe that would work. But I think it's overall, it's good, it's interesting. Being a father, I think this is something that I would like my child, when he gets into reading, something that I would allow him to read. So definitely pick up Thor and the Warriors 4, and that's that. So one of my next videos I want to do is talk about Ultimate Spider-Man #1. I have the graphic novel and a whole bunch of books for sale, but Sam the Superhero, he asked me to talk about that one because that was about the only one in his collection that he didn't have. So I'm really trying to do that for you guys. Like I said, always behind, but I'll try to get that for you. And thanks again to all the people on eBay who have been buying my items, earning some money for the Calgary Comic Expo coming up. And yeah, no other updates. So that's about that. See you guys later.